Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of High Strung Gaming. And again, we are playing Occupy Mars. We are back on the Red Planet. So, if you caught my last game, we basically, in the last game, hooked up a little small area for some supplemental power to the base, and we hooked that up to our hangar. And we messed around with a few of the crops, moving them around and so on. And we planted some more crops to grow and continue our seed production on some of our other crops that we don't have a whole lot of seeds on. So that was last game, and we filled up the time with all that. This time, now that we have the heavy suit, I really want to go back to the alpha base. I want to grind it down for a lot of components and parts and things like that. Of course, we get the grinding technology off of that. But I also want to see if we can discover any new things to scan, decorations and things like that, and see if there's any sort of historical information there or any, I don't know, any secrets to discover. So that is primarily going to be today's episode, is going back to Alpha Base and getting that discovered, ground down, and all that fun stuff. Now, if I just leave the stuff going here in the greenhouse and it develops fully while we're gone, it'll be fine. It'll still be there when we get back. It'll just be fully grown and so on. We still have one thing in here. Let's see. Yeah, these are still growing. The pepper seedlings are still growing. And all these other seedlings, I already have more copies of the seedlings, so if anything catastrophic happens, I'm good. The only thing is, this is my only batch of pepper seedlings, so hopefully they'll be fine. Without further ado, let's prepare to go to the alpha base. So obviously we're going to want some supplies. This is fully charged. However, the oxygen inside here is about 75%, 73% now, but it'll be fine. And let's see, we want to make sure that we have ample inventory space, which we have a whole bunch of stuff in here right now. So let's clear this out. And we'll store this stuff in other areas. All right. So we want nice open inventory because we're going to be grinding a lot and getting a lot of materials. We have an extra water. We have an extra oxygen all filled up. We have 3 extra suit batteries plus 1 extra suit battery here on our person. We have oxygen and water all ready to go. We have our first aid kits. We have a couple repair kits. We have plenty of meals, 21 packs of meals with pretty good stuff in them. Oh, let's see. I do not need the seed the tray for seeds on me. Let's go ahead and put that up. This goes back in here. All right. So what do we do with all this extra inventory stuff? Well, we stick it over here. This has a huge amount of inventory in the big grinder, and we're going to use that, utilize that in full. Let's see, inventory, resources. We can stick these things in there. Inventory, printer container. Yeah, tons of space in there. Go ahead and stick those in there. Well, oh, wait, no, those aren't the same. Okay. That, and that. And stuff from these. Now I just gotta remember, like, these uranium rods, I'm going to need to remember that they are here. Okay. And then all these move into here. Put these up here temporarily. Open again. There. So we are good to go on that. What I should do, I should grab enough materials to, well, no, I'll grind them down as I'm over there. these out. Put them in here. Good, good, good. Okay. And open this. Yeah, this is completely full. I'm not anticipating needing any boards, but just in case I do, I'll keep a few on me. But until then, they live in here. Okay, so my inventory and my boxes are pretty much empty. They have plenty of space in them. Plus, the rover has a whole bunch of space in it. Because if we're going to go over there, we're going to make it a solid trip and do lots of grinding. Which means we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff coming to us. Now, the wings, let's see. Real quick, just to see. Get out here. The wings I have on me, mostly full. They're about 75%. If we take those off and move these on, these wings are full. Okay, good. So we have a full set of wings and we have a 75% set of wings. So, yep, full set of wings. Jetpack, that's going to go in there. I'm not anticipating using them that much, so those go in there. Blowtorch, I'm probably not going to need a whole lot of. Let's take some extra repair kits with us, just to be on the safe side. Always good to be prepared. Why am I going all the way over there to do that? Stupid. Okay, let's go over here. Stupid high strung. Think high strung. Come on. Okay. Go here. Repair kit. Now, the universal repair kit, I could do that. It's 24 iron and 18 silicon each, or I could just do 10, 5, and then 5 aluminum. Let's do that. Craft 10 more of those. Now, once those are crafted, those should stack with the ones I have in my inventory, and that should be plenty. So basically, I'm going to be using those as my grinder, and any other tools that I use get worn down. I'm just going to go ahead and use a repair kit on them to keep them up and running. This way I don't have to worry about running out of stuff. Now I gotta find them down in here. There we go. Alright, cool. 17 repair kits. That's good. Good. So basically, I mean, don't really need to do it right now, but basically that's what I'll do when they get worn out. So there we go. We are solid on hydration right now. Hunger is pretty good. Soup battery's pretty okay. We can go ahead and top off soup battery, I guess. Wait a minute. We can do that here. Yep. Okay. Well, the soup battery was down further than I thought it would be. Alright. Yep, all nice and full. Good. And you know what? Can I put a sink in here? If I can put a sink in here, we're putting a sink in here. Let's go ahead and do sink. Will that go in here anywhere? No? Nope. Can't put a sink in here. That's stupid. So stupid. Put a sink in here. Aha. We can. We can. Alright. Let me go ahead and put a sink in here.
Not enough materials.
Because I emptied everything out. 3 small pipes, 2 aluminum plate, and 12 packs of screws. Not thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just craft these. Gives you 10 each. I think I needed 12, so I'll do 2 of those. No, go back in. You need the screws too. Because we get our stuff from IKEA and we need screws to hold everything together. There. So this way,
Water refilled.
when I want to top off my suit, I can do it right here and I don't have to run all the way over to the housing area, which, well, back that way. Or realistically down there. Alright.
Pressure.
So, first things first, we're going to take the rover with us.
Source external.
That way we can have some comfy living on the road. Think of this as our RV. Alright. Stop there for a minute. Yep. Come on out. Open. And we're going to go ahead and close up shop here. Hey, what's up, little rock? Another little rock. Close that bad boy. Alright, cool. How you looking? 578, not bad. Okay, cool. And it is taking all 200 from this before it's taking stuff from the other side. So, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Not ideal, but okay. Well, we'll roll with it. Other thing. Let's see, get in here, close that.
Source external.
Go ahead and pull up the map. Alright, so we did have Alpha Base still marked on here. It's right there. So let's go ahead, track that. We're going to track that in yellow so it stands out pretty good. And there we go. 3,400 meters. So 3.4 kilometers. Let's go. And we're going to go over here. Hopefully we can navigate this fairly easily. Hopefully. And away we go. We're on the road. One thing I forgot to bring with me, and I'm not going back for it, snacks. But that's okay. I have MRAs, so I'm good to go. Every road trip needs snacks. Hey, you know, if you want, you can pop down in the comments on this video and let me know what kind of snacks you like to take on whatever road trips you take. Myself, I usually go for high protein snacks like peanuts or jerky or things like that. Protein helps you stay awake on the road. I know people would argue, well, coffee, caffeine.
Message.
Meteorite has fallen in the vicinity. Meteorites are a good source of uranium, but I'm not worried about that right now. That's not what we're after. So, we are moving again. Oh, what's that little cloud over there? I don't know that I trust that. Alright. Road tripping on the surface of Mars. There's a site there. Is that a site or rocks? That's a site. It's another site. Wow. It's like 3... Well, no, that looks like a site. Or it could be a rock formation. Hard to say, but that's definitely a site, and that's definitely a site. Let me pop out of the driver's seat for a minute, just to make sure we have these marked. Oh, we do. Yeah. So we've got both those salvage sites and one coming up that are already marked. I think some of these other ones around here we've already been to. So yeah. Alright, cool. Keep going. With so many salvage areas around, you really you really have a large supply of salvage areas that you don't really need to worry about marking them all on your map, but sometimes you might want to go back to them and see it's convenient to mark them, but it all depends on what your plans are. All right. Now, another thing, too, I'm like, one thing that kind of does irk me a little bit about the rover, like, you have plenty of storage for oxygen in the rover, which is fine. That's great. The thing that irks me is, like, the tiny little survival pod, which is smaller than the rover, has a scrubber in it. It's not a huge scrubber, but it's enough to, sustain you for a while. Why doesn't the rover have a scrubber in it and produce more oxygen when you're out of it or whatever? Now, I understand that that would take power, constant power and everything, but I mean, it's got a hell of a power source to it, or a sizable battery anyway. So if you park the rover somewhere, like we're going to Alpha Base, we're probably going to be there for over a day. I could put up a medium solar panel and hook it up to the rover while we're there, just to keep it charged and everything. Not that I really need it, because the rover has plenty of battery in it. But why doesn't the rover have a scrubber? So it can replenish its own O2 source. I guess that would be a little too cheaty face, a little too easy and convenient. So, I get it. There's that base way over there. Not going to worry about that base either. We are after the Alpha. Stay on target. I'm not going to squirrel off onto the side. Not today. Today's all about Alpha Base. And grind that bad boy down. Or at least a bunch of it. This should net us quite a few materials, though. Ooh, okay. Oh, ooh, this is very steep. Okay. Let's go, rover. How fast can we get you going? Oh, you're just sideways. You're sideways. That's not good. I'm trying to turn into it. But you're not turning into it. Okay, we'll turn around. And go back in, up and around and over. Okay, there. We got control back. Alright. So note to self, rover does not do well on, like, steep inclines or, like, cliffs. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, here we go. You know what, actually? I want to see how much... Just look at all the shit that we can grind down. I want to see how much one of those launch pads gives me if I grind that down. Can I grind it down? I don't know. Let's find out. You would think you'd be able to, though. Now, it used to be in early access, before they had the Mars truck in here, you would come over here and get the rover. But now they just have the Mars truck. I don't know if they have a rover. There's a busted down defunct rover right there. I wonder if we can grind this down for rover parts. Huh. This thing's seen better days. I can't open the cabinets at all. Okay. Can I open... Nope. Can't open any of that. Okay. Well, before we get into all that, I want to try and grind this thing down, see what happens. And how long will it take to grind down? Jesus, this thing's huge. Alright. Yeah. Yep, you got the scrap option. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm looking at the left, watching all the stuff pile up here. And that's the thing, it looks like it's going to give me about a fraction of what you would need to build one of these up. It's like, come on, I understand it's defunct and worn down and kind of blasted out, but you should be able to give me, I think, at least half the materials. And this isn't even close to half. It's like literally a fraction. Like a small fraction. And that's the whole thing, too. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's bull. How fast does this go? These go pretty quick. It's already 5 p.m. Just doing prep for the day and getting over here. Pretty much cost us the whole day.
Available point for technological advancement.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So once we open up that locked technology on the purple tree there, we will have one extra point for the infinite technologies, which is nice. I don't know what those infinite technologies are and what they do for us, but I haven't looked at them that closely. But I'm sure they're nice. It's so nice. So yeah, this episode's all about grinding, baby. Might be a little bumping in there, because I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump grind. If you get that reference, then you're old. Grinding. Now, there'll be areas like this where it's just a heap of, scrap. Those grind really quick, and they still give you solid resources, so definitely worth hitting the little scrap pieces that are sitting around. What is this? Why is this taking so long? Thank you all. And imagine getting rid of everything in this area and then rebuilding on top of it. That'd be funny. What I'm wondering, though, is what if... So they had kilo power at the base, which I'm assuming is what a good amount of the radiation comes from when the base blew up or whatever. I wonder if the kilopower is still in the courtyard area, and can we grind it down, and will it give us more uranium? Not that I should need it, because I should have pretty much enough uranium for everything else, because our area to that one, when we were doing the campaign before, and we went to receive the signal, the far-off signal or whatever, and we went into that, I forget the actual Martian name of the huge plateau structure area, but when we went in there before, we went up through the cave to get to the center of it, and there was all the uranium in the cave, and we didn't even mine out all the uranium that was in there. We just grabbed what we could at the time. That gave us a lot of uranium, so yeah, we should be good for what we need. But if not, we can always go back to that cave, get the rest of what's in there. There are other caves around the area, smaller ones, that also will sometimes have uranium, and also will have alien eggs in them. Don't know exactly what you can do with the alien eggs, but like, I don't think you can even hatch them or anything, but yeah. Alright, let's get back to the Mr. Rover here. Mr. Rover. Moving forward.
Oxygen source, external.
Yep. Sure is. Okay, we're going to take him around that over into here in this area. And we're going to drive it like right up into the middle here. like 7 p.m. It's getting cold outside, but our suit will protect us from the cold. Getting kind of dark. Turn on our night vision so we can see a little easier. I think before we go to bed, let's grind up some of this platform here. And try and hit those soft points so it'll go quicker. Unless we don't see any soft points. Yeah, it's not going to reach it. So how's your day going? That saw something recently, and I don't know how recent the actual clip is, but it's a clip of Brandon Fraser. And if you don't know actor names very well or anything like that, or don't remember where they're from, he was the guy that was in the movie The Mummy, as well as a whole bunch of other movies, a slew of other movies. Been all over the place. Great career, awesome actor, and from what I've heard, everyone says that like he's in reality a super super nice guy, which is awesome. And so he was at a convention, and he was talking about Harrison Ford, who, as many of you know, is Indiana Jones, but also Han Solo and so many other parts. Harrison Ford is one of those iconic actors. And Brandon Fraser apparently woke up one day and, was in the same area as Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford called him up and said, how fast can you get to the airport? And Brandon's like, well, I guess I can call a cab now. He's like, good, meet you there. And so Brandon calls a cab, goes to the airport. On his way there in the cab, Harrison calls him. Well, where are you? He's like, well, I'm in the cab. I should be there in about 14 minutes. Cool. Let me know when you land. And so he gets there. He meets up with Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, some people don't realize that he is actually a pilot. Got his pilot's license and has a plane and everything. And so he took Brandon Fraser up in his plane. And Brandon Fraser's telling the story. He's like, he took me up in his plane. He sat me in the co-pilot seat. He gave me the stick, like let him fly it and everything. Had control of it for a while. And so Brandon Fraser's like, so basically I'm Chewbacca. Which is great. I love it. And he was tickled by it too. And he's like this, smiling and laughing. He's like, oh, this is awesome, Should check inside here before I grind everything down, huh? But yeah, he was like overjoyed telling the story about it. And then, the whole audience is cheering and everything at this convention. Then Brandon tops off the story with, so how's your day going? So I said that just a moment ago. It made me remember that little story. It's pretty excellent. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot in here, in this room. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this room down. But the rest of the base, I'm not going to grind a lot of the rooms yet. I think I'll concentrate on grinding down debris and external structures first, and then when it comes to the rooms and the internal structures, I'll grind those down later, but I want to go through them first to make sure I don't miss any drops and opportunities to scan decorative pieces as well. There we go. And it is midnight in the game, so we're going to go ahead and take a nappy nap. Since we skipped dinner,
Source external.
Go ahead and eat dinner real quick. Go. And take a nap. Go ahead and sleep until, I think 6:30 is a good time to wake up. So we'll sleep until 6:30 here. Alright, sleeping at Alpha Base. Our first night spent at Alpha Base since it blew up. Apparently the game's having a hard time saving that information. The game's like, I don't know what to do with that information. Alright. Cool, they're just gonna let me walk through. Okay, so let's check and see if there's anything on the ground. I don't see anything on the ground. Okay, cool. This is just a bunch of rubble that we can get rid of. Apparently it was a big piece of rubble. Yeah, we're getting all sorts of good materials here. Why build the materials when you can just grind them down, right? There we go. Ooh, that was huge. A big piece. And there was nothing in here, so we can grind this down. Maybe I shouldn't have ground down that rubble. That might have had something in it. Maybe it was a destroyed structure that I should have gone through, but oh well. A little late now. Alright. Boom. It's awesome. This piece can go. See if we can go find anything in here.
Suit power, 75%.
Yeah, okay, this was a greenhouse. It's in ruins, but it was a greenhouse. Not seeing anything highlight on the ground for pieces. So let's grind this down. Screws, glass, cement, all awesome things to grab. Especially glass, because I mean, yeah, glass is easy to make, but it is resource intense, so anytime you can grab glass, the better. Alright, and I didn't see any pieces of things to grab off this, so scrap this baby. Aluminum plate. Surprised I'm not getting more cement, though. Should be getting more cement, but oh well. Random pieces to grind down over here. Look at me being ecologically friendly and cleaning up this mess. This terrible disaster. Or, I guess, environmentally friendly would have been a better way to say that, but yeah. Nothing to pick up here. Man, there's nothing. Like, I'm not even seeing, like, seed capsules or anything. Dang. Dang. Get out of my way, you're blocking me. Man, this burst tank is gonna take forever to grind. Oh, there we go. There's a nice little spot. Oh, yeah. Lots of grandies. Oh. What's this? What's this? You know, you would think that there'd be at least one suit battery or one seed magazine or one anything over here. No, it's like barren. Wonder. Water source. 1,000 meters that way. Oh no, that's one I found a while back. Okay, never mind. Maybe that tank down there. Might be able to scan that as decoration. Let's see. Because that one's all messed up. This one, oh, it's not even a tank. It's part of that. There's nothing in here, man. Yeah, look at it. This is the bench we were working at when the whole thing blew up. We were at this bench and the thing blew up over there. And we had to run for our lives. It's traumatic. I can't scan that mug. I want the mug with the logo on it so I can decorate my place with it. What's up with that? Yeah, there's nothing in here. It's gonna let me scan. What a disappointment. Oh, keys. Oh, did take the whole building. All right. take this little turn corridor, 90-degree corridor here. There we go. Get this scrap over here. We don't need the airlocks in place anymore. All right. Grinding. The never-ending grind. Let's see. Do you have any weak points that I can exploit for my grinding purposes? Oh, there's a couple. Here's the old kilopower. And there's an abandoned tablet. A second abandoned tablet. Wow. 2 abandoned tablets right next to each other. Alright. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Yep. Got ceramic heat shielding, uranium rods. Nice. Now I'm wondering, once this is ground down, I won't have a way to check it, but I wonder if you come back with a light suit after this, once it's ground down, if the radiation will be gone. That would be interesting. Five uranium rods so far. There goes the old kilopower. So you would think in here that there'd be a seed pod somewhere. Or even in here. Nope, nothing. Not a dang thing. There's an old rover over there. Is that the old rover? I think that might be the old rover over there that you used to be able to repair and fix up. But since I have my own full rover, there's no point in me fixing that one up. If that's a thing. Oh, really? Dangerous weather within the next 6 hours. So it's going to be 2000. That's 8 p.m. Alright. Keep that in mind. Hopefully it's not anything that's going to destroy the rover while I'm in it. Because that would suck. Some of these things, I swear, it takes so long to grind down. Come on, give me a weak point. There's one weak point. And once we grind that weak point, it should pop up another one somewhere else, but it could be anywhere, inside or outside the building. Do a quick run through, keep the grinder running the whole time. Alright, I don't see where it would have popped it up, so there we go. Yay. Weak points up on top that I can't reach. Oh, that one I can reach. Yay. No, I don't want to fix it. I want to keep grinding it. Silly thumb hitting the mouse button. Finally. Oh wow, this still has some crops in it. What's up with that? How are you still here with no dirt in the floor? That's interesting. There's still stuff in here. How? Like I can't interact with them. But they're here. Yeah. I wonder. Check something real quick.
Oxygen source external.
Yeah. There's another landing pad up here. Don't get stuck. Oh, shizen. Get unstuck. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Okay.
Warning.
3 hours to go. What? Is that a circuit board on the ground that we just passed? Hold on. Oh, no, just a piece of scrap.
Available point for technological advancement.
Hey, more grindy points. I like grindy points. I like all tech points, really.
Oxygen source external.
But, yeah, I'm curious about something, though, with this. Obviously, you're not going to have power or elevators or anything. But... Oh, where'd they go? Might put a both in here. Yeah, I did. Because I'm dumb. Okay. Yep. Alright. Okay, so...
Oxygen source external.
6 p.m. Well, we can do a little bit more grindy stuff, I guess. A little bit more. Let's grind up some of these scrap pieces over here. Oh, that's like down in the ground. I do kind of want to look at this. Will this open? It will not. Is the other side open where it has the battery housing? Nope, and it does not open either. It does have a scrap ring, so we can scrap it apparently. Interesting. Okay. Good to know.
Oxygen
Now,
source
close that.
external.
It's about 7 p.m. Let's sleep until just before the storm hits. See what kind of storm it is. Warning. Dangerous weather coming in the next 1 hour. Yeah, I know. 8 o'clock is when it hits.
Find shelter. Warning.
Solar radiation. Oh. I should be able to... I'm pretty sure I can withstand this. Hold on a sec. I want to save game. Okay. Save that. Yup. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty, pretty, pretty. You know what? This deserves... If I don't kill myself... Come on, land it. Stick the landing. Perfect. That's pretty. Hold on. Options. Interface. HUD visible. There. Look at that. That's pretty, pretty. Yeah, I'm taking pictures. Options. Yeah. Interface. HUD visible. Accept. Thank you. Map. Get rid of the marker for elf base just from now. Remove. That way it doesn't show up on the screen when I go into first person mode. That's so pretty. I'm glad that we can stand out here during this. I wish it was during the day, though. That would be better. Okay. If this storm had hit during the day, that would have been way better.
Source, external.
Photogenically, anyway. Alright. Eat some dinner. Go to bed. Let's wake up tomorrow morning. 6:30 is when the sun starts coming up. So we'll do 6:30. That way we can go grinding some more. Like I said, this episode is all about grinding, baby. If you guys were expecting more, sorry. Hopefully this is enough for you to keep you entertained. It's just a necessary part of something I had to get done. It's just the way it is. Alright. Open. Cool. Let's go over. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Alright. Oh, wait, we can open this? No way. He opened up the elevator. Okay. Let's do... Kill the HUD again. There we go. Alpha base in the morning. The defunct alpha base in the morning. Minus a few structures over here. This place got devastated. I'm passing a little bit of time waiting for the sun to come up. I probably should have just slept a little bit longer. Want the sun to be a little bit higher so we can get a little bit more light and color onto the base for a good screenshot, because I'm actually probably going to use that screenshot as my thumbnail for this video, so watch for that. Maybe not. We'll see. We will see. Switch perspectives. Eat a little breakfast. Okay. That's a good shot there, I think. Okay. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of screenshots. All right, everybody. All right. Break's over. Break's over. Back to work. Back to work, everyone. What do we want to work on next? You know, actually, I think... Okay. I think I want to work on this end down here. Definitely want to see if there's anything to pick up in here, anything to recover. Oh, look at that. A couple bottles, a couple oxygen bottles. Take those. Thank you. Clear out a bunch of this crap. Now, didn't we clear this crap out to get the truck out? Shouldn't this already be cleared? Tell you, continuity. Alright. There's nothing else in this one. Alright. Let's get the one next door. Let's grind down all this crap. Get all this crap out of the way. Grind it from the inside. Don't mind me, I'm just a salvager. Grind on the tires, get more rubber that way. I don't think that actually gives you more rubber, but that'd be funny if it did. Would definitely be an interesting game mechanic, that's for sure. There we go. Big ass piece of an old solar panel. Take that. Take this.
Available point for technological advancement.
You have so many grinding points. Alright. Time to grind these bad boys down. These can take a minute. Grab yourself a snack and get up and go get a snack and drink whatever you need if you want. It's like I said, it's going to take a moment to grind these bad boys. Hell, you probably have enough time to go to the bathroom and make it back. It's like the old school days when we used to watch television. They had commercial breaks at certain times. You'd sit there and be like, cool TV show, the whole family's watching it. And this is before you could like pause live TV and stuff, and you'd sit there and be like, "Oh, commercial break! All right." Everybody would scatter off the couch. Someone would go in the kitchen and get some snacks that they wanted. Someone would go run in the bathroom. You know, everybody go in different directions, and then like you had a mental clock almost because we were so used to that, and you would all race back to the living room to jump on the couch again as soon as the TV show came back on. And like we got it down to a science where your body knew that, okay, it's been 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. Commercials are over. Time to get back to the program. Rush into the living room, try and get on the couch. It's pretty fun. Occasionally you'd have the situation where like only one or two people would get up, and as soon as the program came back on, yell across the house, "It's back on!" And make a mad dash, parkour into the living room. Good times, my friends. A lot of younger people don't realize that we were the remote controls. A lot of times there were a lot of households that didn't have televisions that had remote controls for the television, so the children became the remote controls. And parent tell you, get up off the couch and go change the channel to, channel 5 or channel 3 or whatever. And if the reception was bad, you became the antenna too. Told younger people that and they don't believe me. They think I'm lying. I'm like, no, seriously. That's the deal. Tell them how we might, a lot of people had what they called rabbit ear antenna on the back of the TVs. And sometimes the rabbit ears would have a couple pieces of aluminum foil on them to help pull in the signal a little better. People are like, there's no way. It's dumb. Making that up. No, serious. It's what we used to do in the old days. We didn't have all these cool grindy tools to grind down garages like this and hangars like this. No. We were the antennas. Nah, no, those two things have nothing to do with each other. I'm just, grinding, just trying to make conversation while I grind. Oh, there I go, hitting the button with my thumb again. Come on, grindy. Keep grinding. You guys thought I was goofing when I said this whole episode was going to be grinding, huh? Yep. Alpha-based grind. There's still a bunch more to do, too. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface. Well, we've scratched the surface, but that's all we've actually done. There's a lot more to grind down. I was really surprised, though, that there weren't more items here. Maybe if it was earlier in the game and I didn't have as much stuff built up already, maybe there'd be items here. I don't know. But I really thought that there'd be more items to pick up off the exploration of this site. I'm also wondering, by chance, if, no. It says survive, explore, unlock technologies. It says locate historical mission blueprints. And I recovered blueprints from the site, but I guess they don't count as historical, so I was hoping maybe there was something that I missed. Yeah, this doesn't work anymore, of course. I don't know why I ran up here, because I'm dumb. Alright, grind this bad boy down. What's this going to give us? Pipe, steel plate, screws, aluminum plate. Alright, what else? Just those items? No electronics? No electronics? What are you, nuts? We are getting items, though, that's for sure. We're getting plenty of materials. All these pieces of things on the What do you call these things? Solar panels? Yeah. All these pieces of solar panels that are all over the ground. Great way to get resources for more of your own solar panels as well. So really good resource to come and grind down because there's so many solar panels out here. It was a sizable base and they had a lot of solar, so it's a great way to get your own solar resources. Alas, Alpha Base, I knew her. And I don't think I mentioned this enough. I know I do mention it sometimes, but probably not enough. I do have a Discord. The link to my Discord server is down in the description. The Discord server, I set it up in celebration of once I had 100 subs, and I thank you guys all for your support with that. That was awesome. When I started making some videos, it was just basically I didn't think anyone would actually really be watching my videos, but I'm starting to get some of you on board with watching my content, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much for your subs. Thanks for liking the videos. I do appreciate it. And like I said, in celebration of when I did hit 100 subs, I created Discord server just in case anyone wanted to chat with me directly. So kind of got a couple different channels set up in the server there. And the link is in the description if you're interested. And as always, if you want to just leave a comment in the YouTube video area, you can do that. I will look at those and respond to those as I can. But, yeah. Discord has a small but strong membership right now. Many of the members in the Discord also are members that I have played other games with on their streams and so on. They are streamers and content creators, but you don't have to be a content creator to join. If you just want to just join and chat and, throw me silly messages or say, hey, you should put up a poll for this and things like that, absolutely. It's just another way to get in touch with me, or to interact with me, as they would say. I know, it's crazy. It's so much to grind. There's a lot out here to grind. We're not going to have Alpha Base done in this one episode. Just think about that. It's like one episode was not enough to contain grinding all of Alpha Base. Now, if I had not slept at all and just kept going and going and going, maybe, but I don't think that really, since when you sleep through the night, it does the fast nighttime thing, so that maybe that probably didn't make that much of a difference. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to grind here. That's why if in this playthrough, if I end up moving my own personal base again, I'm really not moving the whole base. Like, I'll build up the new base and just leave the old one and, gut it. But I'm not grinding the whole damn thing down. That's not gonna happen. So my base will be left behind for some other Mars colonists to come by and say, oh, wow, this is a pretty good base. Pat myself on the back for excellent base design. Have them be like, oh, I'm going to get a lot of materials grinding this, and then they're going to spend a full episode of their playthrough grinding a base. What the hell? Sitting there grinding, no progress, no circle, and then just tap it. Boop, gone. So the question is, obviously I'm going to be collecting all sorts of resources because, again, like I mentioned, that launch pad and the ship to take off from Mars is a lot of friggin' materials. A lot. So once I gather that stuff, hopefully by that time the campaign will be fixed and I'll be able to actually follow through with it on the campaign. If it's not, question is, and you guys can answer your thoughts on this question down in the comments, should I just, continue playing on this playthrough? Should I start a new playthrough on sandbox mode? Should I do a completely different game? And if so, what kind of games would you like me to see, or like to see me try? I do tend to favor survival games lately, but there are other types of games I can play. So, yeah, let me know. Always looking for fun new ideas to try out. I have a couple games on my radar that I'm waiting on some more development on them or for them to come out, things like that. So I have a few things I'm watching. Haven't committed to anything yet, but yeah. And in case many of you may have noticed, maybe you haven't, I post these videos for Occupy Mars on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the week, different times depending on what time zone you're in. Eastern Standard Time, it's usually at 2 p.m. So that's when the videos go up for Occupy Mars, and on Mondays, it's been changing around from one video to another, one game to another, different groups that I play with. Lately, it has been The Division 2. Tom Clancy's The Division 2, playing that with Just Kristen and Amanda Amazing and Steel Navarre. All three of them are awesome content creators, so if you like not just The Division 2, but other types of games, because they all play all sorts of different games, check them out. They have a wide variety of games that they play, a lot of content that they create, and it's all great stuff. They're very, very good people, very fun people to play with. Really cool, down to earth, pretty chill, and just fun. So check them out. Their links are on my Monday videos. Lately it's been The Division 2, so their links are in the description of my Division 2 videos. Also, they are members in my Discord channel, and they also all have their Discord channels as well, or servers. So there's that. Multiple different ways to track us down. At least in the digital scapes, digital world. Starting to lose light here. I'm almost done with the solar area though. So much. So many pieces scattered all over. Whatever am I going to do? We grind, we keep grinding, we don't stop grinding. It's kind of like when you're playing Minecraft and you're just digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. Which is why we have that wonderful song. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. In this case, I am a Martian and grinding some stuff. Grinding a base. There we go. I am a Martian grinding a base. Grindy, grindy base. Grindy, grindy base. So we have so far gotten full 4 tech points just from what we've ground so far. God knows how many more we can get if we grind the rest of it. You guys won't be able to see me grind the rest of it down because we're going to run out of time on this episode. I don't think you guys want me to make a 5-hour long grinding episode. I mean, if that's your thing, if that's your vibe, that's cool. But there's so much other stuff to this game other than just grinding. Although grinding is a pretty big part of it. Sometimes for the pieces that are going to take longer to grind down, I like to just, if you haven't noticed, just keep walking around them while I'm grinding. Just because it gives me, you don't have to do that. It doesn't improve your grinding speed at all, but it gives me the satisfaction. The thought of, oh yeah, I'm doing something more because I'm actually moving. All right, there's that piece. These will go pretty quick. Hey, Mr. Rock. Oh, almost missed this. Night vision. Night vision. Well, we made some progress. There is still a thing over there. I don't know what that is. Some sort of tank or something? Okay. Now, like, intrigued. I go check this out. Oh, it's a floating piece of debris. Awesome. Okay. But it does have a grind point. That's interesting. Yay. Visual glitch. Love it. Love it. Love to see it. It's going to bother me if I leave these little pieces scattered around. So, yeah. Going after them. Gotta do it. All right. So that's another day down. Oh, that's interesting. I just ground the inside of that out instead of the whole thing. Which is fine, but... Alright, so I keep coming across pieces of scrap. I just want to grind the scrap up real quick because it's usually a little quicker. Alright. So, one reason I parked where I did, I know that I'm parked right next to that. So now I can find where I'm at easily, and I can very easily make it back there pretty quickly and effortlessly. The reason I started grinding on the opposite side of where I parked was because, oh no, no, no. What the hell? Okay, I've never seen that pop off like that before. Interesting. Why? And why can't I jump over that now? What the hell? Okay. That's new. There's like an invisible barrier here or something.
Available point for technological advancement.
What the fudge? Okay.
Suit power, 75%.
Yeah, thanks. Can I get to my stuff? Can I get my wings back? My jetpack?
New item.
Yeah, do you think? So anyway, yeah, that way I can get back to here more easily, maybe, if the game will let me. Trying to cross through here. Yay. That's weird. That's glitchy. Let's get in here before I die mysteriously.
Oxygen source, external.
All right. So hydration's low, hunger's low. Definitely want to eat something. Look at, like, these are filled up then. If these are, ooh, vehicle traction batteries. So from the vehicles that I ground up, we've got those, which are nice. We got those O2 bottles off the shelves. Let's check in here. So let's throw these O2 batteries up here. Let's throw those up there. That rubber ceramic heat shielding. Look at all this. Yes. Let's go ahead and repair that. Open. Now let's start getting all the items out of here, right? Look at that. Look at all this stuff, man. This is awesome. So yeah, if you need quite a few items for building with and so on, components, come over to Alpha Base. I've almost completely filled up the cupboard in the rover here. One thing, go ahead and swap out this H2O. Go ahead and swap out this battery. And I'm going to swap those in here. That way I do have extras on me. Okay. There we go. And take a nap. Holy shit, it's already 2 a.m. in the game. Take a nap till 7. All right. And I'm going to call it. That's an episode. Thanks for coming along with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the grind. I, believe it or not, I actually don't mind the grind. The literal grind, as far as grinding things down. There's something cathartic about it, so it's somewhat relaxing to me. So, sounds crazy, but it is, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. This is the old Alpha Base, where we started our game and where everything blew up, and we've been grinding it down the whole time. I am going to continue grinding it down off camera a little bit. I'm going to try and get as much out of this as I can on this one trip. And next time, I'm not sure what we'll get into next time. We have a whole bunch of extra supplies, so I might start sorting out the supplies separating them out as far as what I will need later on for certain projects, and set them aside so they don't get used up in other things. Definitely we're going to continue on with the gardening next time and planting stuff. I definitely want to make sure that my peppers are okay, because that was my only seed container of peppers. I want to build up the stock supply of seeds for the peppers. If the cabbages are done, hopefully we can keep moving the peppers forward in their growing process. So we'll be back to making more crops next time, making more plants, veg that we can eat, so to speak. I do need a small supply of veg for experimentation with different MREs, so we'll work toward building that supply up so that way I can get my data on that and get that passed on to you as the community. So thanks for watching, thanks for staying with me, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you check those out. If you want to be notified of my next video, make sure you hit the little bell, and the notification push will be sent through. Until next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day.